Hi students, welcome back to the another module of digital logic. So in this module we are going to discuss the number system. Why we need number system? So before going to number system, let's clear that why computer understand the binary code. We have already discussed in our previous module that the computer is storing all the data and instruction and even if the information in a coded form. That coded form we are not going to understand easily. The human being cannot understand those coded form easily. That's why there are some input and output interface. The input interface will take the input from the user, then convert it to the binary code, then send it to the computer. The output interface will take the information from the computer that is in the coded form. Then the output interface will convert that coded information to the human readable form, and then the output interface will give that information to the user. So why computer understand only coded form? What is the reason why computer only understand the binary language? The binary language means what? 0-1 form. Why? I have already asked you that why computer understand only binary code. So let me clear this. As computer is an electromechanic machine, that means the computer will operate if and only if there are some current supply or there are some voltage supply. So whenever a small voltage or small electric pulse is given to the computer, that will be considered as 1. And whenever there is no supply of power or there is no supply of voltage, that will be treated as 0. So the pulse is given or the electrical pulse is given to the computer, that will be treated as 1, and no electric pulse is there or no voltage supply is there, then that will be treated as 0. So that's why computer language is 0 and 1. There is no other means of voltage. The positive voltage treated as 1, the negative voltage will treated as 0. So what about 2, 3 and 4? There are no such voltage for 2, 3 and 4. So that's why computer is only understand the 0-1 form. So before going to detail why computer understand, what are the coded form, how the computer is going to store all the images, all the symbols, all the letters, all the digits in the coded form, we should first know what is number system. What are the number system that the computer programmers are using in the programming? So what is that? So actually the number system is of two types. One is positional number system, another is non-positional number system. So let's see what are those positional number system and what are the non-positional number system. So if we divide the number system will be categorized into two types. The first one is non-positional and the second one is positional. So what does that mean, non-positional and positional? So first we will go to non-positional, then we will go for positional. So in case, what is that non-positional number system? In our early days, in our unsaid days, so when we don't know what is digit, what is number, what is 5, what is state, so that time people were also producing some products, they were earning something, so they had counted the earnings by counting their fingers. So they can count their fingers as 1, 2, 3, so up. But whenever the counting is beyond that finger, that means we have 10 fingers. So whenever the counting is beyond that, whenever we want to count something more, then they were using some symbols. They can use some sand beads, they can use some sandstones, they can use some pebbles, they can use some sticks. So they are using them for counting. So basically they use some symbols to count something. So what is that symbol? Like this is for 1, these are for 2, these symbols for 3, this is for 4, this is like for 5. So what actually they were using? They were using some symbol or they were using some sticks for counting. So why we call these symbols as non-positional? Because suppose here I am writing 3. So here I have mentioned 3 sticks. Suppose I want to remove this stick, this middle stick, and I will draw it on the right side. Now what is that? This is also 3. So the position does not matter. If I will remove from this and I will add a stick in my right, also this is for 3. This is not for 5 or 6 or anything else. But in case of positional number system, suppose I am writing here 31. If I will remove this, suppose this is a symbol, so if I remove this symbol and I will write here, then it will convert into 13. The 31 will convert into 13. So that means here the position matters, but here the position does not matter. If I have written here, suppose like this. So what is actually that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7. I will remove this one and I will draw the stick here. So what is now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also 7. So thus the position of these sticks are not matter to that number. So that's why these are the non-positional number. But we are not using the non-positional number systems now. We are using the positional number systems now. So let's see what is that positional number system. So in case of positional number, what actually matters, there are 3 things matters. Like the first one is the digit itself. The digit itself. The second thing is the position of the digit, position of that digit, and the third one is base. So what is that base? We will see later. So first we have to consider here the digit, and the position of the digit is always matters in case of positional number system. So in our day-to-day life, we are using the number system as the decimal number system. So what is the decimal number system actually? The decimal number system means the base is 10. So in case of decimal number system, we are using 10 different symbols, that what we call as digits, like 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9. And by combining these digits, we can form different numbers. There, the position of the digit matter. So take an example. Suppose 1486. So this is a decimal number. The base is 10. How this digit, position and base matter? Let us see here. 1486. This is what actually? This is the unit position. This is the 10 position. This is the 100 position, and this one is the 1000 position. We can write 1486 as 1 is what? 1000 position. So we can write 1 into 10 to the power 3 plus 4 into 4 is on 100 position. So 10 to the power 2 plus 8 into 8 is on 10 position. So 10 to the power 1, and 6 is on unit position, that is 6 into 10 to the power 0. Okay. So let's add this 1 into 10 to the power 3, that is 1000 into 1, that will be 1000, plus 4 into 10 to the power 2, that means 4 into 100, plus here is 1 into 1000. 8 into 10 to the power 1, that is 10, plus 6 into 10 to the power 0, that is 1. So 1000 plus 400 plus 80 plus 6. So what is actually that? That is 1486. See, the number is 1486. So here the position, the digit actually itself matters, that is 1 into something, 4 into, 8 into, 6 into, and the position of that digit matters, because we are using the base here. If 4 is on 10 100 position, then we can multiply the digit, that is 4 into 10 to the power 2, that is on 100 position. Like that, if 6 is on unit position, then we can write 6 into 10 to the power 0. And by adding all these things, we will get 1486. So you can see how the digit and the position and the base matters. If I am writing here 1486, so here the 6, that means the digit 6 here, we can represent the digit 6 as 6 into 10 to the power 0. Why? Because here the 6 is on unit position. If I will change the position of 6 and I can write 1468, then I can represent the same digit, that means 6. We are not concerning 1, 4 and 8. We just concerned about the 6. So here the 6 is on 10 position. So we can write 6 into 10 to the power 1. So that is what? 10 to the power 1 means what? 10. That is on 10 position. This is on unit position. So 10 to the power 0 is what? 1. That means unit position. So if I am changing the position of 6, 1648, then here the 6 is on 100 position. So we can write 6 into 10 to the power 2. 10 to the power 2 means what? 100. So we can write 6 into 10 to the power 2. Like if I am changing again the 6 position, 6148. So here the 6 is on 1000 position. So I can write 6 equals to 10 to the power 3. So this is how the digit and the position. These are the positions 0, 1, 2, 3. And the base is what? 10. So the unit position means the base to the power 0. The 10 position means base to the power 1. That is 10 to the power 1. The 100 position means 10 to the power 2. Here the 10 is the base and this defines the position of that digit. So in case of positional number system, we have 4 different number systems. So let us discuss it one by one. The first one is our decimal number system. So in case of decimal number, the base is what? The base is 10. So why we need that base? Because we have already seen that whenever we are going to calculate that number, then the base is needed. And another thing is the number of digits or number of symbols that present in that number system will define by the base. The lowest range is always 0. That means the digit always starts from 0, and the upper range is, that is, base minus 1. So which digits are or which digits should be in the decimal number system? That will be, the first one is 0 and the last one, the last digit which should be in the decimal number system, that is base minus 1. So 10 minus 1, that is 9. So the last digit is 9. The first digit is 0. Then what are the rest? They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I have told you, if the base is 10, then there must be 10 number of digits or there must be 10 number of symbols. You can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in the decimal number system, we have 10 different digits or 10 different symbols, and what are those symbols or what are those digits we can define by the first digit should be 0 and the last digit should be base minus 1, that is 10 minus 1, that is 9. So like that, we have another number system, that is the binary number system, which is actually understandable by the computer. And here the base is what? 2. So how many digits should be there in the binary number system? That is 2. As the base is 2, so there should be 2 number of digits. So what are those? The digits starts from 0 and the next digit is 2 minus 1, that is 1. So 0 and 1, these two digits should be in the binary number system. Next, the third one is octal number. So in case of octal number, the base is what? The base is 8. So how many digits should be there? There should be 8 number of digits, and the digits should start from 0 and it will end with 8 minus 1, that is 7. So 0 to 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7. So 8 different digits from 0 to 7 will be there in octal number. Then another number system, that is our hexadecimal. Hexadecimal number, here the base is what? The base is 16. That means there should be 16 number of digits in the hexadecimal number system. And what are the digits? We have 0 to 9 digits. That means we have 10 number of digits, but here we need 16 number of digits. So how we can represent them? So 0 to 9, that will be 10 digits. Then we should have another 6 digit. So that will be represented by some symbol, that is for 10 it is A, for 11 it is B, for 12 it is C, and for 13 it is D, for 14 it is E, and for 15 it is F. So you can see here 0 to 9 means 10 digits, then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So these are 16 different symbols we can use in case of hexadecimal number. The 10 will be represented as A, 11 will be represented as B, 12 will be represented as C, and like that 15 will be represented as F. So if we have 4 different types of number system, so how can we know that this number belongs to decimal number, or this number belongs to binary, or this number belongs to hexadecimal? Suppose take an example. Suppose 56. So what is actually that? If we don't mention the base, then the 56 belongs to which type of number system? The 5 and 6. If we consider the binary number system, the binary number system should hold the 0 and 1. If it is 5 and 6, that means it is not a binary system. But 5 and 6 can be present in decimal number, can also be present in octal, and can also be present in hexadecimal number. So to specify which type of system we are referring, it is a common practice to mention the base as a subscript. So what actually that? If I have mentioned here 56 base 8, that means we are referring the octal number system. If I will mention here 56 16, that means we are referring the hexadecimal number system. The only 56 and 56 base 10. So what is that? That means we are referring the decimal number system. Suppose I am writing here 5 and plus 5, minus 5. So if it is minus 5, the negation symbol is here, then we know that it is negative 5. If the plus symbol is here, then we know that it is positive 5. But here there is no positive or negative symbol, but we know that this is a positive number. What actually that means? That means by default only 5 is the positive number. Like that, if I have mentioned the 56 as base 10, that means 56 is referring to the decimal number system. If nothing is mentioned, no base has mentioned into that number, that means that number is referring to the decimal number system. That is by default. So let's take some another example. Suppose 94 base 8. Is this correct? You just make this video as pause and you just ask yourself, 94 base 8 is correct or not? No, it is completely incorrect. So why it is incorrect? Look at the digits in the octal number. The digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here the base is 8, but the digit is 9. So 9 cannot be present in the octal number. If there is the digit 9 is present, then the base can't be 8. The base may be 10 or the base may be 16, but the base cannot be 8 or the base cannot be 2. So this is completely incorrect. Like that, suppose I am writing here 24 base 2. Is this correct? No. Because here the base is what? 2, and in case of binary there are digits like 0 and 1. So this is not correct. But if I am writing 1 0, so what is that? 1 0 means what? Here I have not mentioned any base. That means this by default this belongs to the decimal number system. So we can read this as 10. But if I am writing here 2, that means here it belongs to the binary number system. I cannot read it as 10. I should read it as 1 0. So you should remember how to read these numbers. Is this 1 0 or is this 10? That depends on the base. So now you can get that how actually the base is important. Suppose I am writing here 1 0, this of base 8. So how should I read this? I should read this as 1001, which is base 8. But if I am writing here 1001 base 2, that means I cannot read it as 1001. I should read it 1001. Suppose I am writing here 3F base 16. I cannot convert it like 3 and 15, 16. I cannot read it as 315. What is this actually? This is 3F. We cannot read it as 315 or 315. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. This one is right. Or I cannot write here like 3, only 3F. If I will write 3F, that will belongs to the decimal number as there was no base mentioned. But 3F cannot be included in the decimal number system, because in case of decimal number system, there should be the digits from 0 to 9. So what is that F? The F belongs to the hexadecimal number system. So if we write 3F, we should mention that the base is 16. We have to write the base in the subscript. So this is what actually the number system and how the base is important. We should know which type of number system we are using, which type of number system we are referring. So by mentioning or by writing the base as a subscript, we can say this type of number system we are using, or this number or this particular number is referring to this number system, to the binary number system or to the decimal number system or to the octal number system or to the hexadecimal number system. So as computer knows the binary code, so we should know what is that hexadecimal, octal, decimal number, how to convert those octal, hexadecimal and decimal into binary. And as computer produces the information in case of binary code, so we should convert the binary code into different number system like decimal to octal to hexadecimal. So in our next class, we will go for converting those number systems. Have a great day. Thank you.